the more you limit the playbook, the more you have control of him. If you have a high-priced and a high-volume passing coordinator, that book's going to be open to that guy getting to the line of scrimmage and calling any play he wants, like Matthew Stafford. Where will we go now? Yeah. Where will we go now? By the way, a great lineup for you today. At 4:30, Battle Royale is back. Yes, sir, baby. You got the ascending Dallas Cowboys. You got the descending Philadelphia Eagles. How you doing? Holy cow. Who would have thunk it? The NFC East race is still a thing, especially after this week. It'll tell us a lot. Hit the like button. Super chats go to the top. And by the way, at 5:30, one of the truly great wide receivers in pro football history, worked with Keenan Allen, was a wide receiver coach with the San Diego Chargers, is around the team constantly and works in their programming when it comes to their pre- and post-game show. The legendary Wes Chandler will join us, and we will have Wes Chandler. He was on one of the greatest offenses in pro football history, Air Coryell. Wonder what he thinks of the modern-day Jalen Hurts offense. I mean, Air Coryell, one of the greats, Wes Chandler, will join us at 5:30. Hit the like button, and super chats go to the top. Accountability. Accountability. That's where we are now. So I'm watching that Hard Knocks thing. It was so Bob Lang scripted. Holy cow. It was so scripted. On the Eagles side, it was noticeable. There was nothing genuine about the way the Eagles, part of that NFC East Hard Knocks, was put on TV last night. It was all scripted. There was nothing genuine. Hey, you know, the sky's falling. Jalen taking accountability. And I love this line here, man. Jalen Hurts doesn't have an accountability issue. He has an ability issue. Hey, I take accountability. That's on me. That's on me. No shit, guy. It's been sorry all year. Huss, you don't have an accountability issue. You have an ability issue. Help me out here. This is not about accountability. It's about ability. Limited. I mean, the guy, he's accountable for what? His own limitations? How you doing? This guy does not have an accountability issue. He has an ability issue. Come on, man. Let's be real here. It's about his ability. Hey, how would you like to be the offensive coordinator with a playbook you can't use 75% of? Hey, Silz, if AJ's traded in the offseason, you draft a receiver first round or a lineman or best player available, depending where they're picking. They need an offensive lineman. And, hey, whether or not they have a wide receiver, why would you waste a first-round pick on a wideout when you got a quarterback who can't get him the football? That's it. Let's get a first-round wideout. So why? So you have the limitations of Jalen Hurts and the 2-page playbook so that I could not throw to that first-rounder? Get me the O-lineman. Kidding me? Get me O-lineman. As long as Jalen Hurts is a quarterback, I'm not drafting a wide receiver in the first round. For what? Shit, you got A.J. Brown now. You've got Devontae Smith now, and you're still the worst offense in football. Okay? Come on, man. Come on. Ability issues 6 times. Bash, bash, bash. Y'all can have this shit. Why? Because you can't handle the fact your quarterback is limited? All the times I hear about the accountability of the guy, who fucking cares? Make a play. I'm sick of that fucking talk. Make a play, kid. Jelenites rise. I like this kid. I put him third on my Bolitnikov ballot. Smith is number 1, and the kid Lemon is number 2. Appreciate all the super chats, guys. Silz, I speak for all JAKIB when I say we all are grateful to witness your daily sermon today. Thank you for blessing us with your wisdom. And I thank you, my friend, Corporate Beat Bumper, for being here and being part of the sermon. Thank you so much, my friend. You are a worthy disciple in our crusade on spreading truth, justice, and the Big Silz way. KPS Presser was bad. Literally knee pads Nick's clone. I heard it. We're going to hit on that. My prediction, 1-4, baby. So we will draft a quarterback in round 1 or 2. Hold on. Let me, hey, Tyler, do you know what a chastity belt is? Because Jalen Hurts has the key to the Eagle chastity belt. It's called the no trade. You ain't getting rid of that guy until that guy feels fit. Stop with this. Well, let's get a new quarterback and move on. You're not going anywhere. I figured you know that, Sue. How you doing? Sorry. I found out today what hot yoga was. So I'm a little bit over here with some kind of craziness. I didn't know what hot yoga was until people were sending me these DMs from Lane Kiffin to co-eds at Ole Miss. So you'll have to excuse me, but I'm learning new jargon today. Chastity belts, hot yoga. Hey, come on over later on. My boyfriend's not home. So I'm learning a little new because I'm old man, get off my lawn guy, So I'm learning that, hot yoga. I learned that one today. I mean, hey, nothing like winning in the SEC. Chasing who? Or as my grandma would say, whores, right? Or like Rocky, too. I'm going to say a bad word here. Lane Kiffin's chasing whores and winning. Shit, can't get any better than chasing whores and winning. SEC football, baby. Come get it. It matters more. How you doing? All right. Did you do any Sileo? Where are you going through with the DDP invite? Excuse me, M. Reyes. I'm going to do the accountability like Jalen. I'm just going to pretend that I'm doing it and saying it and not really do it. So can we go there? Jalen Hurts, that thing was so fucking scripted. He's such a phony. That stuff was so, hey, that's on me, man. No shit. I mean, hey, that's on me. I missed it. You've been missing it all fucking year. I mean, hey, that's on me. Really? It's week 13. That's on me. Dude, I get it in the exhibition season. This is fucking week 13 or 14, whatever the hell it is. That is accountability. Week 14? Give me a break. The simplest answer is just to get a coordinator and fits Hurts' style of play. But that's too easy for these intelligent people to figure out. Marshall, if that's the case, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Why haven't they done it? Because they don't want to do it. They don't. Hey, Marsh, did you ever think of this? Guys, I think I figured out why you got a first-year coordinator. Why? What does a first-year coordinator bring to the head coach? Okay? What does he bring to the head coach? A first-time coordinator. What is the one thing he brings that the coach will covet it more than even his understanding of what they're asking him to do. Nothing. Not true. Donuts. Okay. Let's see. What does Nick even do, honestly? You guys are not getting it. Here's why you hire an inexperienced coordinator. You have more control of Jalen. The more you limit the playbook, the more you have control of him. If you have a high-priced and a high-volume passing coordinator, that book's going to be open to that guy getting to the line of scrimmage and calling any play he wants, like Matthew Stafford. If Stafford has a play called in by Sean McVay, do you know that play probably has 17 different variations? That if he sees something with his landmarks and his points of reference in the passing attack, and he finds out where the strong safety and free safety is, that Stafford can go to 17 different variations on where he can go in the passing game. That's called pre-snap reads, pre-snap understanding, and more control of the offense from the quarterback. Sean McVay doesn't have control of the quarterback. Stafford has control of the offense. He's more of a suggestion guy. Kevin Patullo and Nick Sirianni are demanding that you run this play. Hurts really doesn't have a lot of latitude. And if he wants latitude, you keep it basic with 17 or 15 plays. You control your quarterback more. The less volume of plays is the less you have a chance of making mistakes with a guy who's limited. Especially, by the way, it's not Jalen Hurts that's limited. It's their mentality of how they see Hurts. They see Hurts as a limited quarterback. You know why I call Jalen Hurts limited? Because your coaches call him that. Did you ever wonder where I got that from? Nick Sirianni and Kevin Patullo look at Jalen Hurts as a limited player. Why would I think that? That's not a big volume passing. I guarantee you that playbook is not very big. Have you ever seen a true offensive playbook on how many plays are in there? This thing's like a Tokyo phone book. I mean, this thing, and get this, here. Okay. Why isn't McKee limited? McKee can't run. He's got to make plays from the pocket. Brady tells you that all the time. He wish he had the ability to run. He doesn't. He's got to make plays from the pocket. Eagles' second most playoff wins to Patriots in 25 years. Congratulations, kid. Here's a guy starting to sound like Cowboy Guy. Congratulations. What's that got to do with 2025? Dick. A complex offense does not equal a successful offense. Just ask John Gruden. Okay? Actually, it's more so the fact that you're right. If you don't have skilled players, well, if you have a limited quarterback, you have to have exceptionally skilled players. And they do. The only reason they win is because of the roster and Howie Roseman. We made that comment a couple weeks ago, and that is true to this day. Nick Sirianni's not the reason you win. Howie Roseman's the reason you win. That's why you win, because you got great players on the team. It's not that 28th ranked offense. Too many fans sucking on history. Of course they are. Because that's all they have this year, because they know that offense is terrible. And now it's destroying the defense. Okay? Dan, basically it sounds like after 2023, Sirianni panicked and the offense has been limited ever since. Yeah. Actually, when they went into the bye week, if you guys remember what I told you, I said they're going to change the philosophical way that they do business because they found Saquon Barkley, and they did. And get this. Here's the one guy they're still trying to develop. They're still trying to give the ball to Saquon, and they're still taking the ball away from Hurts. What does that tell you? They call plays where nothing is there, and they keep calling these plays with nothing there for Saquon Barkley. And they don't open up the offense passing-wise. Why? Because they think the player's limited. You and I may think Jalen Hurts is a fine ball player. The way they're coaching him, he stinks. Hey, let me ask you this too. Does anybody think the way that the Jets coached Sam Darnold? So if the Jets coach Sam Darnold bad, and then Sam Darnold goes to the guy in Minnesota, and now he's with the guy up in Seattle, and he's a better player because he's got better players and better coaching around him. How are those guys turning that around, and you're not seeing the same thing in Philadelphia? Silz, I'm going to use Jimmy line. Use Jimmy line. You draft inside your division. I'm going to use a Jimmy line. You draft inside your division. You draft to guard to limit Williams and Lawrence. Yes. So you're saying, Kyle, you want to draft in the middle of the offensive line, guards and centers next year, because you're going to have to deal with Quentin Williams and with Dexter Lawrence for the next 3 or 4 years. Absolutely true. Yes. Always draft in your division. Silz, did the tush push destroy the health of the old line? Plus the 2K, I think that also had an issue. You win Super Bowls from the pocket, which is why no dual threat quarterback has won any from Tarkenton to Jackson. Jalen is a one-hit wonder. Well, if you remember right, I mean, Tarkenton had some good players and he had a really good offensive line, but he did hold the record for the most passing yards in pro football history until Fouts broke it. So Tarkenton had the all-time passing record for yards in a career. He wasn't just a dual threat guy. He was also a guy that went to 3 Super Bowls. And I know he didn't win any of them, but Tarkenton was a heck of a ball player. And he could throw the football. 3 and outs without Jalen being a threat and the running backs not being a threat makes you one-dimensional. Makes you one-dimensional, makes you no-dimensional. That one-dimensional is inconsistent. Yes, correct. Bring back Becton if he's cut. Draft Lane's replacement. Draft a cornerback too. And trade for a center. Cam isn't the guy. 1-year wonder. Well, I think the injuries have played a factor. You might want to see if the guy can come back. Steve Young, again, when you're talking about Steve Young had the – listen, Steve Young wasn't just a dual threat guy. Steve Young, when he retired, had the record for the most and the highest completion percentage in NFL history when he left the game. So when you say Steve Young and he was a dual threat, Young's the greatest dual threat quarterback of all time because he could run. He ran 4.4s. And on top of that, Steve Young was a guy with his completion percentage. He led the National Football League like I don't know how many years in a row when it came to completion percentage. Check this out. 66.7. Now, it was a different league. Led the league. 70.3. Led the league. 66.9. Led the league. 68.7. Led the league. 68.7. Led the league. 6 years in a row, he led the NFL in completion percentage. That's just not a runner. He was by far one of the most accurate quarterbacks of all time. I mean, dude, Jalen Hurts, Steve Young, that's like the sun and the moon you're comparing. When it's time to win, Mahomes uses his legs. RPO, that's right. That's very true. That's true. What was Steve Young when he was with the Bucs before the 49ers? Great comment. Horribly coached. He gets with Bill Walsh, changed the landscape. That is a great take by Texas boy. He's right. He was dog shit in Tampa. I mean, they think they traded him for a 3rd rounder. You traded that guy for a 3rd rounder. And the Bucs have never had a quarterback better since Brady. Played those couple years and won the Super Bowl. Silz, to be honest, I don't think it's health, man. I see the lack of hunger from everyone, including the quarterback. They climb the mountaintop and they're done. I think there's a little of that. I don't think that team looks as hungry. Hey, one thing to hunt, another thing to be hunted. They're being hunted. Every single team that lines up against you, that's their Super Bowl. Jalen is nowhere near Steve Young as a player. As a winner, Jalen is there, though, because Jalen is in the right situation in the right organization. Hey, Forrest, to sit there and say that Jalen Hurts is any more of a winner than Fran Tarkington is ridiculous, because Fran lost 3 Super Bowls. Jalen's in a better organization. Got better teams around him. Got a better general manager. This is not college football. We have 100 guys. You got 50 guys that you got to go play football with. 50 guys. You don't have 5 starting guys behind every guy. You have 1 guy. Hurts is a poor leader with an attitude. I think his attitude is spread through the team, and the team is tired of Hurts. I don't think anybody ever really thought Jalen was some sort of superstar leader. You know how I know that? I've never heard him speak up at all for anybody. The only person I've ever heard speak up is AJ. Do you know what the problem with AJ Brown is in Philadelphia with that Eagle team that people don't like? The quarterback is not standing up. That's an indictment on him. Every quarterback that I ever hear, I always hear those guys. I hear Joe Burrow stepping up for his teammates. I hear Stafford stepping up for his teammates when needed. Now, they're not going to go crazy and over the top, but every single guy that has any kind of equity, and I would think Jalen has some equity, they stand up for their guys. Like, did Jalen ever stand up for Brian Johnson? Fuck no. I don't ever remember him. I don't ever remember Nick standing up for him. I mean, I don't ever remember anybody standing up. How about Jalen Hurts saying that AJ's right? Why don't you take accountability that way? Now, wait. So let me get this right. You guys say that Jalen Hurts in that Hard Knocks last night was taking accountability. I'll even ask Andrew this. So who takes accountability more for 2025 on what goes on week to week, AJ or Jalen? After that orchestrated bite you saw in Hard Knocks. AJ's taking accountability after every game and taking the arrows with it. Hurts is doing it behind a television camera. I don't believe that. AJ Brown's at a press conference. Someone asked him the question, offense sucks. And he means all of us. I'm taking accountability for I threw a fucking shitty pass in a game. You see the wide receivers going like this? It's bullshit. I thought that was so phony. As a guy who sits next to people and been there and looking at that stuff, in the heat of the moment, I thought that was orchestrated bullshit. I mean, I didn't buy it. That made me think AJ's more of a leader, actually. You know, I came away with Hard Knocks liking AJ more. By the way, did they show AJ at all last night? Anybody? Did they put AJ in front of the mic at all last night? I got to go back and watch all of it. No. They didn't put AJ. So AJ was nowhere to be seen last night in Hard Knocks. Gee. I wonder why. So wait. Let me ask you this. The guy who's made the most noise all year, you didn't have him on Hard Knocks? You had the choir boy and the other guy, Devontae. No AJ. The guy who made all the noise. Got to hand it to Bob Lang. Well done. That's a bullshit show now. I won't watch another minute of it. You don't put the guy who's been the loudest guy in the building in front of the mic for Hard Knocks, and you put that stiff Hurts, who's phony as shit, with accountability, and you go there with that? Okay. Hey, maybe there's more M races out there than I thought. That's bullshit. I wanted to hear from A.J. Brown, not Jalen Hurts. Accountability. You'll believe anything. The media has you, like, conditioned. You know, like those people over in the Middle East, when they program those idiots, you know, to be bad folks? They have programmed so many ignorant Eagle fans to believe anything that that thing says or anything that they do because you love that team so much that they condition you to believe bullshit. And you'll buy that. So no, wait a minute. Really, I don't know this for a fact. They didn't have AJ on camera at all for the first episode. And the guy's been the most vocal of anybody and created the most content all year long. You didn't have anybody put a mic in front of him and go, and all we watched was the last two losses of the Eagles and no A.J. Brown. What a bullshit Hard Knocks. I mean, all orchestrated so that you can see. Guess who they're painting into being a accountability and face of the team? One of the top 50 Time Magazine dudes of the year, whatever. Jalen Hurts. Man, that's some bullshit. I'm not buying that guy. I now even more know that they're crafting his image. That's not genuine. The whole fucking thing was orchestrated. Get this. I'd like somebody in the media to go like this. AJ, what'd you feel about being one of the superstars on the team and you didn't even put a mic in front of you? Yeah, they're sabotaging AJ right now. I don't want him saying nothing. I guarantee you the directors have gone and Bob Lang has sat in there. Yeah, we don't want to go to, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing this. I guarantee you, if you ever pull the onion back, the Philadelphia Eagles have total, complete control over what's being put out there because it was so, I thought it was scripted, the whole thing. Even the shit on the sidelines looks scripted. Soviet Novacare ruled by Tsar Lurian Lang. I mean, I don't know. You buy that. Okay? He's a football player, not a reality star, Sileo. Sure could have fooled me last night. That's not what was put on TV last night. Accountability, and, that's my fault. And the fuck, you sucked all year, guy. Accountability for what? The limited ability? Okay. How could you have accountability for your ability? Think of that. I have accountability for my own limitations of my ability. Sorry, I couldn't get the ball to you. It's the NFL. Can we get a guy in here that can get me the fucking ball? Think about, hey, that's my new line. Hey, I'm holding accountability for myself here. For what? Sucking. Oh, my God. Fucking crazy great. I ain't going to front Hurts as bad actor first. Okay, wait a minute. I ain't going to front Hurts as a bad actor. That did not look scripted. Didn't look scripted? I thought the whole thing was scripted. Hey, didn't you know, Nick? The sky is falling. I was like, I'll tell you what, Sirianni was okay off camera. He actually looked like a human being. Instead of, you know what, Nick must have something wrong with his neck. What bomb? What Howie? What bomb? What Howie? What bomb? What Howie? Hey, Kevin Patullo today. Hey, look here, man. I know. I listen, I know you like your job. And I know you like Nick. Jesus criminy. You need a bib. The next time Kevin Patullo does a press conference, hey, John McMullen, can you do me a favor? Can you get Kevin Patullo a bib? Guy needs a fucking bib. I mean, it's getting on your chin and shit. I mean, get him a bib. Holy cow. I love Nick. I just, Nick and get him a bib. Holy shit. I just love Nick. I just love Nick. And bibs you tie around your neck, little kid, guy's got a sippy cup and shit like that, Get him a bib. Pre-game literally 5 minutes before Jalen said, hey, they were number one takeaway defense. Well, we're the number one ball security team. Proceeds to turn the ball over twice. Accountability. Oh, my God. That's fucking great. Accountability. Silz, you can't read shit. I said it did look scripted. That Miami education's a motherfucker, isn't it? Yes, it is, Marsh. Yes, it is. Thank you, Marsh, for understanding. I didn't go to Miami to get a degree. I went to go to Miami to get the degree that folded and put in my wallet. Thank you, brother, and I appreciate you. Scripted. You know who wrote it? M. Reyes. Jalen, stand over here. Nick, I'm looking up because M. Reyes can't stand up for himself. So this. I'm looking up. Nick, you stand over here. Jalen, you stand over here. Jeffrey Lurie, you stand over here. And he waddles around. Okay. Now pretend when you fuck up as normal, Jalen, and you throw and overthrow a pass, make sure you do me a favor, okay? Take accountability. Hey, I should have gotten him the pass. Hey, fuck. Shit, Marlon Brando would have loved that. I mean, oh my God. I'm going to get to Kevin Patullo too. But I've got to do it in an actor's. I'm going to try to give you how I heard Kevin Patullo today. That shit was crazy. I do. He's fabulous content. Anytime you want to hear something wormy or anytime you want something stupid, M. Reyes is the guy. He's the go-to guy. Are you kidding me? You want to know something gobbledygoo? There's a thing called gobbledygoo. Gobbledygoo. Okay? Anything related Eagles, it's called gobbledygoo. Gobbledygoo. Yeah. It's Italian. Gobbledygoo. What does gobbledygoo mean? Well, he needs a bid for it. Gobbledygoo. If Hurts is such a great quarterback, then how can the offensive coordinator make him look so bad? How can the offensive coordinator make a guy that's limited look bad? I don't know, because the guy's limited. You're not getting this. Kevin Patullo doesn't know how to call. Here's his problem. It's not putting a game plan together. Can you imagine putting a game plan together for a guy who can't throw the ball? I mean, what have you been right about, Reyes? Hurts is a fucking winner. Just like Foles was a winner. Shit. I could get any quarterback to come in here and throw the ball 325 times and hand the ball off and have A.J. Brown. And I get anybody in here to win. Nobody wants to throw that in there. I get anybody to do what Hurts does. He's replaceable. He's a winner. No, he's not. He listens. Don't throw the ball. Don't turn it over. Can you imagine? The two things that they tell him to do. Don't throw the ball too much and don't turn it over. They don't ask him to make big plays. They tell him by their actions. Okay? Here, I'm going to show you something here. And I know that you guys are completely, because anytime you see a guy with more talent, you guys, you just dismiss it. Justin Herbert's a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts will ever be. He's not night and day to Jalen Hurts. Anybody on the planet with a brain would see this. Anybody on the brain knows this. Here, let me show you something. So, and I'm going to give you the organization. The Spanos family sucks. The Spanos family is terrible. He's terrible. They're terrible. They couldn't win with a Dan Fouts. They couldn't win with Phillip Rivers. They couldn't make the right hire until they got Jim Harbaugh now. Okay, it's been a terrible organization. You're right, Silz. KP is the hardest job in sports, trying to get Jalen to throw a spiral, like trying to get milk from an almond. Hey, here, I'm going to give you guys, here's Justin Herbert in a shitty organization with Brandon Staley. So his first year, he throws the ball for 595 times. The next year, he throws for 682. The following year, he throws for 700 attempts. The following year, he was hurt. He threw for 500 attempts. Last year, he played in 12. Wait a minute. Right now, so far through 12 games, he's got 400 attempts. So this guy's on pace to have another 650 attempts. He throws the ball as a quarterback in this league as an average every year 650 times. Do you know what Jalen Hurts throws the football? 350 times, 360. This guy doubles him. The chances of them being able to win by throwing the ball that much because they don't have good running game and a good talent around him, there's no chance the Chargers are going to win. I don't care how many. And how the defense has to be spectacular and they have to have a run game. Why do you think Jim Harbaugh is making the Charger run game better? Because those numbers have to come down for Herbert to win. They have to come down. His first 2 years in the league, he threw for 10,000 yards. Justin Herbert's never going to win a championship throwing the ball 700 times. He's never going to win when you don't have a great run game. So again, let's take a look at this. Where are the Chargers as they head in to this game versus the Philadelphia Eagle defense? Where are the Chargers? Let's take a look at a run game. Will they have a shot? The Chargers' run game is 11th. They're 11th in running the football. Okay? And they're 10th in total. They're trying to create balance for Herbert. Justin Herbert, he threw for 5,000 yards his second year in the league. Justin Herbert can't win with that style of throwing the ball 700 times with no defense and no ability to run the ball. So, has Jim Harbaugh improved the defense? By the way, let's not forget something. Brandon Staley was hired as a defensive-minded guy, and he did shit with it. What has Jim Harbaugh, an offensive-minded guy, done? He's taken away some of the throws for Herbert, okay? And now get this. This is what you have coming into this game on Monday night. Look at what Jim Harbaugh has done. The Chargers are third in total defense. Wait a minute. They've improved the run game, and their defense is better. They're third in total defense. They're second in pass defense. They are 12th in rushing defense. And here's some of the most important ones. When you talk about third down, Chargers are third in defense on third down. You're fucking terrible. So let me get this right. The Chargers are third in limiting third down conversions. You're last in converting them. Good luck. That's why Jim Harbaugh has won every place. He's won a national title. He's won an NFC championship. Every level of football, Jim Harbaugh's won at. Every level. Doesn't matter if it's college or pro. And it doesn't matter the stop. He was 46-19 in San Francisco when he left. That guy's a fucking great coach. Where's he failed? He turned Stanford around. After a while, he was killing Pete Carroll at SC. That guy is a great coach. He knows what he's doing. You, on the other hand, are going the other way. Okay? We're getting absolutely dogged Monday night. I don't know about that. You got too good of football players on your team. But what has happened, your defense is, remember, last 2 weeks, I've been telling you flat out. Your offense is destroying your defense in front of your eyes. Did you hear Vic Fangio have to answer questions? So let me go to Vic. By the way, please hit the like button. Here was Vic Fangio. I like Vic more than I like Kevin Patullo. I did listen to Kevin Patullo's bullshit a little more, but here was Vic. Talked about Marcus Epps. How about this? Sidney Brown, you know how he answered questions? Yeah, he played like the rest of us, which was not very good. We need to play to run better. Wait a second. You know what people didn't pick up on that? So let me get this right. The idea is that you're going to pay $43 million between Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter for your two D tackles, for your D coordinator to come out on a Wednesday and say, we got to play to run better. You're going to pay $43 million for that. 32 for Carter and the extension of $11 million you picked up on the fifth-year option. You're going to pay almost $45 million. And 2025 for guys who are getting fucking killed against the run. And I'm sorry, but one of the reasons why I jumped John McMullen's ass, you have no right to talk about another fucking team when you're getting destroyed. There's no comment or no conversation when you get your fucking ass kicked and you get run over. There is no conversation I want to hear. When a team lines up with a quarterback who's also limited in Caleb Williams, and gets fucking run over. You got run over by a one-dimensional football team. A one-dimensional team in the Bears crushed you. One-dimensional. Crushed you. Dual threat. Wishbone Hurts. One-dimensional Bears crushed you. People go, do you think it's going to get better? No, I don't. How's it going to get better? You have anybody coming off injured reserve? Like who? Marcus Epps? That's your savior? Okay. We got to play the run better. With two guys that, one, are looking for a 3-year contract extension in Davis, Carter looking for a landmark deal. Fuck that. Personally, for me, I'm so pissed off at Carter. If I was Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie, I'd pick the fifth-year option up, and I'd wait and see. I'm not saying that I'm not going to not pay the guy, but I'm not paying you off that horseshit year. Here we go. What do you want me to do? Pay you off at 24? And assume you're not going to be undisciplined like you were this year? I'm going to give you the fucking benefit of the doubt? Why? What leads me to believe that? As a matter of fact, the more years he's in the pros, the less he's got character or shows signs of not having it. Not prepared for the upcoming season, not in shape, spitting on Dak. It's not that you spit on Dak. It's that you came in and not in shape and you spit on Dak and you do all that and then you play lazily and then you get murdered. And then you say this, I've got a shoulder injury. Hey, fuck, guy, everyone's hurt right now. It's December 3rd. Holy shit. He's using an excuse because he knows his deal's coming and he doesn't want anyone to think he's playing bad. He got fucking run over. End of story. I don't care what kind of glazed donut you want to give him. You want to sit there and glaze a guy? That guy in Dallas is the guy kicking ass. He's the best interior defensive tackle in pro football. Or I should say in the NFC East. The best DT in the NFC East by far is Quinnen Williams. He's fucking injured. Of course he is. I'd be injured too when I had a team go for 300 yards on me. Yeah, he was injured when he spit on Dak too. I'm sure of it. My opinion, he's an excuse machine. I'm hurt. Well, what's your excuse for your shitty character and not being in shape? You don't get the benefit by saying you're hurt when you're not disciplined and you're not in shape. When you're in shape and you're disciplined and I'm hurt, I believe it. When you're not in shape and you're undisciplined, I don't believe you. You want the benefit of everything? Give me a break. What do you think you are, bullshit? That's bullshitting. That's a bullshitter. I mean, you're bullshitting people. So wait, I got killed. I'm not in shape. I'm undisciplined and I'm hurt. Yeah, well, I don't believe one of those. I don't hear Dave. That's right. I like Davis more now than I like Carter this year. I don't mind Davis right now. As a matter of fact, I think Jordan Davis has been the best interior D tackle this year. I feel easier giving him a contract than I do Carter. Who would have thunk that? I would have never have said that. I think there's a problem with his character, Carter. That guy's got a character problem. I don't know. Just, it seems like a character deal to me. I think that's a guy you got to keep an eye on. I mean, I like Jordan Davis's play this year. Came in shape, playing hard. He's trying to be as consistent as he can. I'm okay with Davis. Isn't it? But here's the problem that Eagle fans are going to have with Jalen Carter. Okay? Here's the problem with him. His upside is 10 times Jordan Davis's. And you're falling in love with the potential. As I've told you before, potential means you haven't done it yet. Nobody talks about Quinnen Williams' potential. They know it. Nobody talks about, like, Micah Parsons and his potential. They see it. You don't see potential. That's the problem with saying that word. You only think it. Every time you use the word potential, this guy's got great potential, that means you haven't seen it yet. For great players, no one ever uses that word. That guy's fucking great. I mean, Chris Jones has no potential. That's who he is. A.J. Brown, there's nothing with potential. I mean, you guys keep bringing up Jalen Hurts' ceiling. That's code for potential. You're still talking about a $50 million quarterback 6 years into his career, about what his upside is still. What his upside is. Fuck, we're halfway through his career. What do you mean, upside? Upside. 6th year in the league, 5th year starting, and you're still giving me shit about upside. You've changed the wording because you don't want to embarrass yourselves that much. Okay? You change the wording and you go ceiling. Ceiling. Here, listen to this one. Here's another one Vic said. John Campbell not getting on the field. He goes like this. Yeah, I should have got him in more. You know why he couldn't get him in? Because the Bears were running you over. And there wasn't a break in the train wreck. Train wrecks don't stop. Okay? They keep going until the train's off the rails, and it crashes. He couldn't get John Campbell in because the thing was going off the rails. That's why they couldn't get him in and get him into play. Because the Bears were just running him over. Bang, bang, bang. Train wrecks don't stop. They need a break to get the kid in. They were blowing you off the football. Okay? All right. Liar. There were commercial breaks. What a fucking worm. That's it. Hey, by the way, you're lucky there were commercial breaks. It stopped them from getting their ass kicked. Liar! 281 yards. Ain't nothing lying about that, kid. Backstroke. Here's Jalen Carter. Fucking king of the backstroke. How you doing? Or basically, hey, turnstile Carter. Keep defending the sorry. Get this. He thinks I'm defending the sorry-ass defense? What are you listening to, numbnuts? Vic Fangio explained why Carter didn't get any snaps. Yeah, here he goes. I probably should have. Yeah, so he could have put him in for the train wreck. We didn't play well running against the run. By the way, he said this. He said the Chargers have a really good run game, and Greg Roman really does a great job at getting the run game going. Well, that's a problem. Here. Let me see, what do they have? Let me go over here. Let me see what the Chargers have. Oh, hey. Okay. Oh, my God. A lot of shit's coming out about Lane Kiffin. Ole Miss said, good riddance. Oh, my God. This is fucking great. So let's take a look at this. So, Vidal's on pace for 1,000 yards. Okay. Who else have they got in that backfield? Justin Herbert has 353 yards rushing. Is that right? This guy averages 30 yards a game rushing. This guy averages more yards rushing in a game than Jalen Hurts. Huh. And Justin Herbert this year is going to throw for 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. And he's going to run for, let's see, there's 5 left. He's going to run for 650 yards. So let me get this right. Justin Herbert, who's 6'7", is going to run for about 550, and he's going to throw for 4,000, and he's going to throw for 30 touchdowns this year. No, you're right. Hurts is better. Okay. But what label? My God. Here's the difference, Silz. I bet Fangio doesn't let that happen again, unlike the offensive geniuses allowing the offense to look like Joe Biden. Oh, man. Not bad, Silz. Good calculations. How you doing? Holy shit, man. $4,000. 4,100 yards throwing the football, 30 touchdowns. And let's see here. 35, 150, 300 and what was it? 40? 150. Boom, boom. 500 yards rushing. So Justin Herbert's going to go for 500 yards rushing, 4,100 yards passing, and 30 touchdowns. And Hurts is better. Yeah, okay. Oh, my God. On what metric? Well, he wins. Yeah, he's around all those great players. Can you imagine Justin Herbert in Philly? Holy cow. I mean, you guys are hoping for Scanner McKee. Oh, let me take a look at the wideouts that they have too, Los Angeles. So let's take a look. Okay, wait, what? All right, hang on here. So Ladd McConkey, is he that white kid? Yep. That white kid's going to get, let's see here, about 1,000 yards rushing. Let's see the other guy. Keenan Allen. Love Keenan Allen. Know him well. He's got another 900 yards. Who else is? Orlando Gatson Jr., by the way. He's on pace for 800 yards. Okay. That's 3 guys. Let's take a look at this. Surely there's not another guy. Quentin Johnson. Is that rookie kid? He's on pace for another 800 yards. So wait a second here. It can't go deeper. No. So in the Los Angeles Chargers offense, you got a guy with 1,000 yards, 900 yards, 800 yards, and 800 yards in receiving. You got 4 different dudes on pace for nearly 1,000 yards. Is that right? Right? Okay. At least he could. Hey, at least he knows how to spread the ball around. Super 16 signals out. Come in, Scanner, man. Like the bat signal. Scanner! We need you. That kid, Ladd McConkey, man. Oh, one of my favorite football players that was on that team. Where's my boy here, man? Look at Derwin James. You want to, hey, by the way, Reed Blank and Donut. Let me go here. Hey, you talk about a blank. Let's see what he's going to do here. Let's see here. What's he on? Hey. Derwin James going to have 100 tackles and like 6 picks from the safety position. And by the way, about 6 KOs. About 6 KOs. What happened to that guy, Derwin James? Hey, listen, I can't wait to see some of them guys come across the middle with Derwin James in there. Oh, I can't wait. You think one of them, those passes that Hurts throws across the middle, someone's getting decleated. Did you hear what Vic said about Khalil Mack? Khalil Mack's too old. He can't be on pace for anything good. How many sacks does he have? He's got 4.5. How many is he on pace for right now? 4.5. That's not bad. 7 sacks. They begged him to come back. He says, this guy's a fabulous player, and he's a good dude. Silz, these Cowboy fans been talking crazy lately. They should be. They're winning. They haven't had, hey, Joho, they haven't had anything to root for in 32 years. I mean, shit. You know, you've been locked in prison for 32 years? Hey, Joho, remember that. Cowboy fans have been locked in prison for 32 years. The 32 years they've been locked away. You know what they've been locked away with? Bad football. Hey, What were you locked away with? Bad football. What happened? Yeah, the last 32 years, man. I'll tell you what. We win 12 games in a year. We get into the playoffs. We get our asses kicked.